Okay, one last thing to do before the Nameless Let's Play is done. I had to look this up because no matter what I did, I couldn't unlock Nameless's last picture or the final memory. So I went online, looked up how to do it, and realized why I wouldn't have gotten this without help. Because it's completely contradictory to what anyone would do at this point. We are supposed to forget the name. This is going to remove our save data, so best to do this after you have done pretty much everything else. Gotten all the bad endings, finished every route, gotten all the memories, everything. And since we've done this, we can do this.
좋은 아침이에요.
And we are asked to enter the name of the doll again. I'm pretty sure you have to enter the same name again because if you put a different name in, it's probably going to think you want a new playthrough. Now, I don't know if that's so, but I'm just following what the suggestion on the internet said. So we put the doll's name in as many times as it keeps asking us for it. Boom! New route. For a long time, I didn't move at all and stayed still. I don't remember since when. I look at the same view from the wooden shelf. I stood still watching people pass by the shelves, people searching for something to catch their minds. I clearly remember the moment someone held me up. It was an old man with so many wrinkles. I didn't know why he chose me, since I never thought someone would ever choose me.
네가 좋겠구나.
That was all I heard before he took me to the counter. And then I was put in a paper bag. I couldn't see anything in the bag, but I knew that I was being moved. Even while being moved for a long time, I wasn't curious of where I was going to end up. I knew that this would happen someday. Everyone at that store would have thought the same way. We thought that it was our fate to be picked up by a stranger one day and belong to them. After a long time, I heard a little girl crying. So noisy. It was never this noisy at the store. I disagree. I'm pretty sure at a toy store for stuff for children, it's gonna be loud. Kids with their parents, or parents without kids, singles getting just gifts, whatever. It's gonna be loud. Especially if the kids are in the store and it's gonna be really loud. I highly doubt Erie's crying can be that much noisier. If it is, that's quite a feat. Who the hell is crying so much?
집 잘 보고 있었니?
Grandpa!
아유, 울고 있었구나.
And her name changed. I find that hilarious.
아이고, 이 울음을 그치질 않네, 이거.
I don't know, she's a kid. They cry over everything.
어이구, 이거 봐. 이 도로에 그림을 그려놓았네. 그래. 오래 기다리게 해서 미안하구나. 안 되겠구나. 어지간해선 울음을 그칠 것 같지가 않네. 우리 손녀는 한번 울기 시작하면 좀채 그치질 않으니까 말이야. 그럼 이건 어떠니?
I was taken out of the paper bag and put in front of the little girl. Wow! She was crying, but her face changed immediately. Right in front of her eyes, she smiled. What? Right in front of her eyes? Do you mean your eyes? There's something wrong with the sentence. And her face turned bright. It was the first time witnessing a human's expression up close. She changed her expression after looking at me, right? She changed after seeing me, right? The reason that annoying noise, right. I was thinking it would be with a Z, but it isn't. The reason that annoying noise stopped is because she looked at me, right? Oh, it is. At that moment, I felt like I had just made a huge accomplishment. It was the first time feeling that way. I never felt that when I was displayed at the store. Wow! The little girl touched me. Please tell me it's not in your naughty place. Would the teddy bear even have a naughty place? And she hugged me tightly. I could feel her. My cottons were pressed down by her arms. It's so fluffy! And suddenly it's first-person me again. This is hilarious. Can I hug it like this?
아이, 물론이지.
I don't know what was so amazing to her, but she stood still for a while, holding me in her arms. She kept on pressing me with her arms, saying, "It's so fluffy, I'm so happy," and things like that. I think I've made her change. I feel strange. I was born to make humans happy. That is the truth. I realized it for the first time.
너의 첫 번째 인형이란다.
My first doll.
이름을 지어주도록 하렴.
A name?
이름을 지어주면 좀 더 애정을 붙일 수 있단다. 무엇보다 너의 첫 번째 인형 친구니까 말이야.
Okay. A name. What should I call it?
천천히 고민해보려구나. 너라면 분명 좋은 이름을 지을 수 있을 게다.
Okay. A name. What should I call it? Oh, Linda. That will be perfect. I was given a name the first time we met. You know, Linda, why do you think Mom and Dad are always so busy? This girl is actually pretty annoying. I think it's because she only has that human she calls Grandpa who looks over her. But that Grandpa leaves the house often, so she's usually with me. Grandpa is leaving a kid younger than kindergarten age alone at home? Grandpa, what the fuck? I mean, if Grandma's still alive at this point, okay, she's probably at home, but babysitter? She wants to share everything with me. She never leaves me from the moment she wakes up to the moment she gets in bed. Does she also take you in when she's taking a bath? That can be good. You know, for the cotton and all that. I don't really think she has fiends. Thank God, Eri doesn't have any fiends. I think you mean friends. I don't think there are children in the neighborhood she lives in. Or they're all hiding behind those high fences. I miss Mommy. It hasn't even been a month since I left, but... when are they coming to see me? Dad said he'd let me go to kindergarten in 3 months. Didn't you say in the other route that Mom told you you'd be there in 1 month? Will they come to my entrance ceremony? The little girl always talked about her parents. I don't think she can come up with an answer for why her parents never come to see her. What kind of humans are her parents? I'm curious. What do they do after leaving her behind? I can never know. Oh, let me show you the dress Mom bought me. I told her I don't really like dresses, but she still bought me one. Linda, if you like it, I'll give it to you. Does she think that I'll be able to wear a human's dress? Oh, fuck you, Nameless. Just FYI, my actual doll, Linda, she is dressed in a red velvet little dress that I wore when I was a baby. So yes, teddy bears and dolls can wear a human's dress without it being, too big or too small. Depends on the size of the clothes. She is indeed a little girl. She's still stupid. Now, let's have a tea party. She lined up plastic cups and said that. I was wondering what she'd do today. She took out the tea bag she bought from the kitchen, and she held up a plastic teapot and poured water into the cup. Here, have some green tea. She looked excited the way she kept grinning. Thanks to that, she kept spilling water, but she seemed to enjoy herself anyway. Here are the cookies and pretty spoons. As a grandpa did this morning, she put the tea bag into the water. Ahem. She puts a cup in front of me, and she makes another cup and puts it in front of herself. Wow! At least I'm guessing this is airy. It's the percentage S. That was used for airy for a while. She exaggeratedly takes a sip. Take a sip of the tea! The girl yelled at me. That was their yelling? Okay. But I can't move since I'm a doll. She reached out her arms to me, and she took the cup and starts pouring green tea on my sewed mouth. The cotton soaks up the water. Why can't you drink? 'Cause it doesn't have an open mouth. I think the girl's confused. She's so stupid. Don't put it in the washing machine!
얘가 정말?
Her mom, who came to her house for a change, looked troubled.
녹차가 이렇게 흘렀는데 얼른 빨아야지. 안 그러면 자국이 남아요.
No, I want to hold it. I have a question. Why don't you just hand wash it? I know, it's a very crazy idea, but I'm pretty sure you can get green tea out of a teddy bear by hand washing. And you can tell the kid that you're giving it a bath, and let her help giving it a bath.
깨끗하게 빤 다음에 같이 있으면 되잖니?
Yeah, and then it's all soaking wet. The little girl doesn't like to let me go. Then she shouldn't have poured green tea on me in the first place. And no mention of the horrors of being trapped in the washing machine and being spun around. Okay. Her parents are more normal than she. They aren't that different from the people I used to see at the store. People caught up in their busy lives and somehow trying to make it up to their kids. Her parents are no different.
할아버지 말을 들어보니 엄마 아빠가 없어도 아주 잘 지내고 있다고 하더구나.
어제는 아버님이 사다 주신 인형에다가 녹차를 부었지 뭐예요?
She's a kid. They do stupid shit like that.
인형하고 재미있게 놀았나 보구나.
The little girl had her mouth closed. I was washed and dried under the sun for an afternoon and went back to the girl's arms.
내일이면 다시 가봐야 한단다. 엄마 아빠가 없어도 할아버지랑 잘 지낼 수 있지?
I could feel the girl hugging me more. She didn't answer and just stared at the person she called Dad. I knew that she wanted these two people to come to her kindergarten entrance ceremony that happened a couple days ago. Kindergarten is spelled with a T, even in English. And I knew that she was very upset when some kid teased her about having her grandpa come instead of her parents. Oh, what an asshole! I hope he did that to an orphan as well. I mean, orphans, single parents. Some people just are raised by their grandparents. Others are raised by aunts or uncles, cousins. What a little asshole. She ended up sitting still in front of the house watching the sun set that day, mumbling, "Mom, Dad." I knew everything. That she couldn't handle loneliness easily. That she whined a lot. And that she was pretty stupid. I knew everything so well.
싸구려니까 바둑이 장난감으로 쓰면 되겠다.
I'm still confused. Is this a boy or a girl voice? I think it's a girl voice. But the text says boy. No! It was the first time some creature other than a little girl harassed me. It bit into my neck with its sharp teeth, all drooling. The furry creature must have had fun doing it. The person called Grandpa was pretty patient. No, actually, he has much more patience than the little girl. First of all, it's patience, as a noun. Second of all, she's a little girl. They don't have patience. Kids don't have patience. They have to learn it. Since he's been sewing my neck together for more than 2 hours now. I would say why 2 hours, but then he has to attach it and make it strong enough so it doesn't fall off again with the rigorous playing that kids do with toys. I looked horrible with the cotton peeping out from my neck, but I was almost fully recovered now. I thought it was pretty incredible for restoring my shredded body.
늘 고맙구나. 그 아이 옆에 있어줘서. 앞으로도 계속 그렇게 있어주거라.
He did it before, but this grandpa always gives me a huge burden. I mean, he doesn't really have to say that.
유치원에 들어간 지 얼마 되지도 않아서 벌써 글을 쓰는구나. 아이고, 역시 우리 손녀는 똑똑해요, 똑똑해.
It's fun to write in my diary.
그래, 일기에 재밌는 추억을 많이 기록하렴.
The girl nodded.
근데 오늘은 무슨 일에 대해 쓰고 있니?
This diary will actually be a diary for Linda and me. Just the two of us.
오,
So only us can see it.
그렇구나. 이 둘만의 비밀의 일기장이구나.
Yes, a secret diary. The girl is indeed stupid. I can't even see the diary, and she says it's just for the two of us. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us. I love that song. Today, Saturday, we got on a swing. The little girl started to write in her diary every day. She's not the diligent type, but When she starts something, she always gives her best.
I'm done. I'll read it to you.
She must know that I can't read the diary, so she reads it to me afterward.
Today is Saturday. The weather was clear.
It's good that she reads me her diary, but I don't like it when she focuses while writing.
I woke up and saw a yellow flower by my bed. I think Grandpa put it there as a joke.
Are you allergic to the yellow flower? Otherwise, why would it be a joke? When she pours all her attention to that piece of paper as if she's doing something very important, something creeps up inside me.
These days, Grandpa picks pretty flowers. The flowers must hurt.
I look at the girl as she reads out loud what she wrote. I thought you can't move, so how can you look at her? Then again, I'm imagining her, hugging Nameless to her on the side, so maybe he's sitting in front of her. And I think, why don't my arms move?
I tried making black tea in the morning. My doll Linda was with me.
Why doesn't my heart beat?
My doll Linda? I think my doll friend likes black tea more than green tea. It doesn't stain so much.
Why am I just a doll?
I miss Mom and Dad, but I can handle it because I have my doll Linda.
So in order to make up for all the times that Nameless's name was not mentioned, you're gonna mention it a lot in this route. Okay. I think while looking at the girl smile at me. Someday, I'll be abandoned. She'll grow up and turn her attention to a diary or other new dolls. There's nothing I can do to stop that. Nothing. If she forgets me, what will happen to the things written about me in that diary? They'll still be in the diary. Will they disappear too? No.
For dinner, I ate chicken spaghetti. The end.
Chicken spaghetti? Okay. I'm a vegetarian, but I'm sure that tastes very nice.
I'm done reading.
The girl smiles and puts down her diary. How many pages has she written already? Something creeps up inside of me. Dark things start to fill me up.
You and I can only see this diary.
Only you and I can see this diary. She shows me the diary in front of my eyes again. I feel both jealous and relieved that we are still together. I feel strange. I don't like the girl with her diary. I already know. She says it's our diary, but she's really writing to show the diary to her parents. To show them how much she misses them and to let them know about her daily life. That's why she keeps a diary. There's one thing that worries me and I can't get it out of my head. From what month and what day will my name stop appearing in that diary? The next summer, her parents visited her again.
차가 한참이나 막히더구나.
내일 비행기가 몇 시지?
아침 7시예요. 다음에는 호텔에서만 묶여 있어야겠어요.
Mom, Dad!
The girl beamed and ran into their arms. She has her diary in her right hand. She always used to say that she'd show it to her mom and dad.
우리 딸 많이 컸네.
어린애들은 쑥쑥 자란다니까요.
뭐 필요한 건 없니?
Look at this! This!
이게 뭐야?
A diary! I kept a diary!
She didn't even show it to that grandpa person, but you must want your parents to see it. Grandpa already knows how much she misses her parents. She told me it was just for the two of us. I knew deep down that she kept a diary to eventually show it to her parents. You already said that like 2 minutes ago. No, wait, 5 minutes. I felt a shooting pain. You said it was a diary for just the two of us. This line kept ringing inside my chest. But I always knew, didn't I? That I'm just a toy and that she's always waiting for her parents. I'm just a toy to soothe her loneliness. Why didn't they have a second child? Then they could have both abandoned, both of them with the grandpa, and at least then they would have played together. I'm just a toy that will get thrown out one day. It was set from the start. It was set from the moment I stood still in that store, staring blankly at the people passing by. I am sold to someone, used by someone, and thrown out by someone.
어머, 여보, 전화 왔어요.
여보세요?
The person called Dad stands up from his seat.
그래. 일기는 나중에 보자꾸나. 맞춤법 검사라도 해줄게.
I'd say what the hell, Mom, but that's probably what I would do.
Huh?
아이고, 박사님. 안녕하세요.
슬슬 나갈 준비를 해야겠는걸. 저녁은 나가서 먹어야지. 아버님 요리를 하실 수도 없으니.
What do you mean Grandpa can't cook for you? The person called Dad took his phone and headed to the front door, and the person called Mom disappeared into the kitchen. The little girl, me, and the diary were left by ourselves in the living room. The little girl was trembling. I feel sorry for her. She must want to cry. But she didn't. She didn't say anything, turned around and found me.
Linda.
And then she hugged me tighter than ever before. The tears falling from her eyes soaked my cotton. I thought at that moment, I'm glad her parents ignored her. For a while, she won't abandon me. Her parents came home after dinner and left in a taxi, saying they're busy.
안 들어갔니?
I'll be here for a bit more.
그러렴. 하지만 너무 오래 있으면 이 할애비가 데리러 올 거야. 알았지?
Okay.
Even after her grandpa went into the house, the little girl stood still and watched where her parents disappeared too. She ended up not showing them her diary. More like she tried to show them, but they ignored it. Get your facts straight, Nameless. Is she thinking about how she always said, I'm going to show my mom and dad the diary later? I can't really read her expressions.
I'll promise.
The little girl talked to me. Promise? To me?
Mom and Dad said they won't be coming for a year this time. But I'll be fine since I have Grandpa and you. Grandpa and you won't just disappear. Then it's fine.
The little girl took a deep breath.
Let's be together forever.
Her eyes were serious. Forever? I don't trust words like that. A toy can't believe things like that.
I'll never be apart from you. It's our promise.
Her eyes are right in front of me. Her young, bright eyes. Right now, there is no diary or her parents. It's just the girl and me. I feel the familiar relief creeping up again. What is this feeling? I feel like I have her all to myself.
We will be together forever.
Even though I know that that's a lie. Why? Why?
Even if someone else calls you tacky?
Why does those words make me feel so good? For some reason they shouldn't, because it should be, why do those words make me feel so good?
Even if I accidentally spill hot tea and make you dirty?
You didn't accidentally spill that tea on him, honey. Why am I so bothered by her saying those words out loud in that small voice?
Even if you get ragged? Even if I get old? Since you're my first friend who promised to be by my side forever, you always have to be with me, okay?
What do you mean, he promised it to you? Are her words true? Can it be true? Can I believe her?
You can't just leave like Mom and Dad, okay?
Stupid little girl. There's no way I can leave. Unless you throw me away, I will always be at the same spot. I want to believe. I want to believe her. Okay, I will believe her. The little girl was always by my side ever since we met. She told me that I'm her first friend. She told me that we'd be together forever. Yeah, maybe. Let's trust the little girl. She won't throw me away. She won't forget me. And that diary is for just the two of us.
그렇게 믿었는데. 그렇게 믿었는데. 날 버리지 않을 거라고 그렇게나 믿었는데.
Dad?
깜짝 방문이란다, 우리 딸.
Wow! I'm so happy. My name just keeps changing.
잠깐 여기에 들를 일이 있었단다. 내일 아침에는 비행기를 타야 하지만 우리 딸이 너무 보고 싶어서 왔지.
Dad, I miss you too.
그래, 기쁘구나. 엄마는 레스토랑에 먼저 가 있단다. 준비하렴.
We're going to the restaurant right away? Then Daddy came to pick me up?
시간이 별로 없어서 빨리 움직여야 한단다. 그리고 아빠만 온 데는 특별한 이유가 있지?
A reason?
자, 이것 바꿔라.
This is...
새 인형이란다. 전에 있던 건 옆집 강아지가 물어뜯고 난 후부터는 못 쓰지 않니? 마음에 안 드니?
Something strange happened. The little girl got a new doll. She played with me like she used to, but she started to glance at something else every once in a while. The new doll was more fluffy than I am, and had a cooler ribbon. Also, it seems panda inspired. Or it looks kind of mousy. It was 3 days after that she held the new doll and said hi. Oh god, is this a sequel hook? Next game is gonna be about the missing name of that doll? Which part of me didn't she like? There are too many to choose. I'm already dirty and have sewing marks. I'm even smaller than the new doll. Nameless is feeling inadequate. I have a worse smell than the new doll. Depending on how you were washed, you probably shouldn't be smelling.
So fluffy.
She said the same thing to the new doll what she said to me when she first hugged me.
Let's have a tea party.
That day, there were 3 participants at the tea party.
Grandpa!
As soon as she gets home from kindergarten, she takes off her bag and looks for her grandpa. Did something happen again?
아이고, 우리 소녀이 무슨 일이야?
What do I do? What do I do?
차근차근 말해봐.
We're going to have a dance show at the kindergarten and the boy who is my partner.
What kind of kindergarten would have a dance show with partners? I know Korea, different culture and everything, but seriously? The little girl blushed. It's strange. I've never seen her make that face.
I think that boy likes me, Grandpa.
아유, 그렇구나.
So, we're starting rehearsals tomorrow, and I have to wear a skirt to rehearse.
I thought it was strange. The girl hasn't looked at me once. She was only this interested in something when she was writing in her diary.
오늘 이 하랩이랑 같이 옷 사러 갈까?
Really?
정말이지. 소녀에게 제일 이쁜 치마를 사러 가자꾸나.
I don't really like skirts. Besides, I have a bunch Mom bought me.
하지만 마음에 드는 치마는 없는 게지.
Yeah, to be honest.
그럼 나가자꾸나.
Okay.
Oh, they must be going out somewhere. The little girl held her grandpa's hand and went to the front door. Wait. What about me? Why isn't she taking me? Wait! What about me? I felt angry for the first time. Something wriggled and crept up inside of me. I started to hate the girl. She promised to be with me all the time.
Grandpa, doesn't this look weird?
전혀 이상하지 않아요.
Then why does it feel so weird?
이렇게 조이는 옷은 싫어하지 않니?
Oh god, exactly how tight of a skirt did you get her, Grandpa? What the hell?
Yes, but I have to wear it since I have to look pretty today.
The little girl keeps staring at the mirror.
Oh, right. When my parents come, I'm going to ask them to get me a puzzle toy.
퍼즐?
Yeah, you can bend it and make it into weird shapes. Everyone else but me has it.
Ah, peer pressure. Lovely.
그래. 다음 달쯤에 온다고 했으니까 말해보거라.
The girl hasn't touched me for days. I just sat still in the corner of the living room. I sat still in the same place.
I don't really like it, but everyone else has it. Then why would you want it?
I can't really understand what she's saying, but I could tell that she wants a new toy. Then what about me? When is she going to be with me? The girl looks at my side. Ah, we caught eyes. Will she talk to me? I have a little bit of hope. She hasn't played with me for a long time. Hurry and pick me up. Hurry. Hurry. But the girl soon looked away. She clearly expressed her indifference to me. All my hope melted away immediately.
Let's eat, Grandpa.
The little girl beamed towards the grandpa. She used to smile at me like that. Has she changed? Have I been abandoned already? Now, will she never look at me again?
Today's diary. The teacher called me, but the kid beside me.
I had no choice but to sit still in the same spot in the living room. I felt like the girl would never look for me again. I saw the same view every single day and hoped for the little girl to give me her attention. Suddenly, I think of when I was at the store. Of when I spaced out, not knowing waiting was waiting. Of when I was indifferent to others touching or looking at me. Am I slowly changing from how I was then? Even when I get thrown away or locked up where no one can see me, will I be fine? But she promised. She promised that we'd be together forever. She said that diary was just for the two of us.
여기 있었구나. 아이고 이러니 먼지가 많이 쌓여 있네.
When I came to my senses, her grandpa was holding me and dusting me off. I haven't been held up by someone in such a long time. I looked to my side but didn't see the new doll that was beside me. Did the little girl put it somewhere else? There was no way to know. The girl's grandpa took me to another place.
어디가 좋을까?
The girl's grandpa is probably putting me somewhere where I can't be seen. I see. He might think that I'm not needed anymore. So he might be trying to throw me away.
여기가 좋겠구나.
The grandpa put me on a bookshelf in the library. This bookshelf is where all the fairy tale books the girl read last year are. I see. Since she doesn't read fairy tale books anymore as well. Just FYI, yes, this is putting tears into my eyes. Good going, Nameless. And I'm not needed anymore too. That's why we're all together.
고맙구나.
He's thanking me. About what? More like for what?
그 아이가 여기에 잘 적응할 수 있도록 도와줘서 내 정말 고맙구나.
Oh, I see. This grandpa used me from the start, so that his granddaughter can like him more, so that his granddaughter can get used to this place more, so that his granddaughter can have something to play with. He used me as he pleased. He's thanking me now, after all that. Just one thank you cannot be enough. One thank you cannot get rid of all the disappointment I feel. Is my role done now? Like these fairy tale books by my side? Am I going to be thrown away now? But this grandpa guy must be happy since he keeps on smiling. He doesn't even know how much despair I feel, and he's just happy to look at his granddaughter's traces. Exploiters. She said I'm her first friend. She said let's be together forever. And this is how they treat me now. They shouldn't have let me get my hopes in the first place. In the end, that grandpa and his granddaughter are the bad ones. Exploiters who have used me. I will never forget this. I spent nights and days on that shelf. How much time has passed? A couple months? A couple years? I couldn't know. Meanwhile, no one called my name. But I still remember my own name. Grandpa used to just pass by me, but right now he was standing in front of me. There was something in his hand. That's the new doll I saw before. He put the new doll beside me. The fairy tale books and me, and that new doll. What a fantastic collection. He wants to display all the things the girl has thrown away like this. I think that maybe everything was an illusion. It was probably an illusion to think that I'm special. The first doll and the first friend. It was all an illusion. The promise to be with each other forever was an illusion. A lot of time passed after the new doll came. The little girl sometimes passed by the bookshelf I was on. She glimpsed at me, but it was never me she was looking for. Is she still writing in her diary? She used to say it's a diary for just the two of us, but she probably forgot all about that now. Yeah, she would have forgotten all about it. Night changed to day changed to night, and the girl grew. She got taller, and her face got more mature. The grandpa sometimes came into the library and coughed. Oh no, the incurable cough of death. Death. It was only him who dusted me from time to time. It was the only time I could move. And his cough was especially bad today. And With a thump, he collapsed to the ground. He coughed for a while on the ground, but soon turned quiet. Without a single budge, the girl's grandpa quietly lost his life. The door opened later, and I heard the girl scream. I heard a scream, deep breaths, a sob, and a wail, in that exact order. A few moments later, two men I've never seen before took away her lifeless grandpa's empty shell. The girl blankly stared out the window, and tears fell from her eyes again. After sleeping on the floor, the girl got up and looked through the shelves. Is she looking for traces of her grandpa? And then she starts to stare at the shelf I'm sitting on. She looks surprised to see the fairy tale books beside me. Oh. She must have realized that her grandpa kept them all along, the way she made a sad face. And then she started crying again. She looked to the left and caught my eyes. How long has it been since we stared into each other's eyes? A few weeks? A few months? A few years? I don't know. The girl stared at me. This is... And then something amazing happened. She reached out to me. In years. Does she remember me? Does she remember the promise she made to me? Does she remember the promise to be with each other forever? And will she call my name again? A million thoughts flashed into my mind at that moment. Remember me again. Pick me up again. I yelled to myself. Right now, at this moment. Until her hand touches me. Her hand is so close. Soon, if she reaches out a bit more, she'll touch me. She chose me. She reached out her hand to me and not the books or the other dolls. I am your first doll. I am your first toy. So choose me again. Choose me again. I sat still here waiting for you. At that moment, the door opened. The girl stopped her hand at the same time.
여기 있었구나.
Mom. The girl immediately looked away from me. She looked at her mom and ran to her. She ran into her mom's arms. Mom! Grandpa! She didn't say anything, but she started sobbing.
그래, 많이 힘들지? 여기는 안 되겠구나. 엄마가 정리할게. 계속 흔적을 보면 마음만 더 아파지니까.
Mom,
일단 거실로 나가자. 네 아빠도 와 있단다.
The girl's mom took her out of the library. The door closed, and the room was filled with silence again. I had no choice but to sit still at the spot. If I could, I wanted to cry like she did. If only I could. And then the next day came. The door opened again. I still had hope from yesterday. I hoped that maybe the girl would come again and pick me up. But it wasn't she who came into the library.
여길 다 치워야겠어. 고서들만 남겨놓고 나머지 잡동사니는 치우는 게 낫겠지?
Sure, let's get rid of all the old stuff except the really old stuff.
그 애가 여길 들어오면 외롭기만 할 테니까.
Her mom brought a huge box into the room and started to put everything in it. As she pleased, she put in all the traces of the girl and her grandpa. The crayons and sketchbooks at the bottom shelf. The plastic machines that made weird sounds. She put all the things the girl used to play with in one huge box. Soon she reached to the shelf I sat on. Again she put the dolls next to me into the box without a single moment of hesitation. And it was my turn next. There was no exception. There was no special immunity for me. Maybe such a thing never existed in the first place. That thought came to my mind only as I was put into the box. But I still remember. The girl definitely tried to pick me up. Amongst all the fairy tale books and the dolls, she saw me and tried to hold me. I was put into the box and moved to a room I've never seen before. And I couldn't see the girl again. Time passed and I was locked inside the room of abandoned toys. I waited until the moment she called my name. I thought I'd have to wait inside this place forever. But soon, my waiting gradually turned into resentment. Exploiters. Bad people. She shouldn't have let me get my hopes up in the first place. She shouldn't have promised in the first place. He shouldn't have told me that waiting would be enough. I keep on waiting, even though I hate her this much. Even though I hate waiting this much. I keep on waiting. I hate myself for waiting. I resent myself for waiting. I feel like going crazy from waiting. But I end up waiting. Since that grandpa said that waiting is enough. Since I remember how her crying face made us smile when she first saw me. Since I remember, I still remember how that little girl was then. I still clearly recall the moment she gave me hope. And I met him. The man called the Wizard. And then it started. This hopeful game. And the game ended. Not by me, but by other dolls. The villain was me, and the hero was them. I'm just a scarred teddy bear that can't do anything but wait. Let's admit it. I'm not pretty like them. And I'm not a cool doll. All I have to put up is that I was the first. Now do I just have to give you up? Like the other dolls did? Do I have to give you up and leave this room? Linda. It's the name of the abandoned doll. Linda. It's the name of the damaged doll. Linda. It's the name of the hurt doll. Linda. It's the name of the doll that has abandoned its owner. No. Stop calling me now. You forgot me anyway. I'm going to abandon you, so you forget me too. I don't want to hope anymore. No more. Linda.
Your name. Oh, Linda. Yes, it's definitely Linda.
And then a miracle happened. The girl called my name.
Right.
You're the doll Grandpa bought me. And... Why am I crying? Oh. I must have missed you a lot. I feel like I can meet Grandpa again after finding you. I forgot all about you. For a long time. I didn't even know that you were here. Right. I'll get you a new ribbon. Consider this my apology for forgetting you for so long. They say that when a doll gets a new ribbon, it's reborn. It's just what people say, but you'll feel like a new doll if I get you a new ribbon. The moment I put the new ribbon on you, you are going to be born again. And I'll introduce you to my family. Yeah, the family of 5 dolls that you apparently are all fucking. A harem solution. What's with the feather? My name was called. I don't want to believe it, but my name was called. I thought I'd soon abandon my owner and leave this place. I never thought that I'd leave this place because my name was called. I put my hand on the doorknob. I could hear the door unlock. The door's unlocked. She really called my name. And she told me to come back again. She remembered me.
기다려주는 것만으로도 감사하다고. 그 꼬마의 할아버지가 말했지.
I turned the doorknob and opened the door.
빛이다.
We've met before. Right. That feather might turn dolls into humans. She can't take her eyes off of me. Yes, I've forgotten you since that day. Her face looked like she was about to cry. Is she happy that she could see me again? I'm so happy that I found you. Have you been staying in that dark room? She smiled at me. Her smile reminds me of the days when she was younger. She approached me and she hugged me. Ah, she is my owner. The one that I've been waiting for so long.
다신 잊지 마.
Yes.
다신 이러지 마. 다시는 날 버리지 마. 내 이름을 기억해줘. 네임리스가 되는 건 싫어. 첫 번째 주인과 인형의 관계는 그토록 소중한 거야. 멍청한 꼬마.
You called my name. I do not want anything else.